I got game, going insane, MVP, Hall of Fame, I smash straight, call me Dame, gonna get back, make it rain.
What's going on, Sin Nation? It's Sensation, and today we're going to be talking about why NBA All-Star Day was so disappointing. First off, we have to talk about what happened before the events. Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons were not able to participate in the All-Star game because of contact tracing. It was good that they found out about this before the game, but this begs one question. Just why? Why was there an All-Star game in the first place? These are NBA All-Stars, the league's best players, and they just put them at risk. Just imagine if they had let Ben and Joel play. That would have took everyone in the game out for at least a week and a half or 2 weeks. I'm just disappointed in the NBA because I know that they're trying to earn some of that money back that they lost during the pandemic, and they're trying to build themselves back up again. But I feel like this is the wrong way. And just in general, if any participant in the All-Star game ends up getting sick, then the NBA it's going to look so bad. Alright, now let's talk about the events. The first event was the skills challenge, and I'll be honest, I don't care about that event. That's not even exclusive to this year. I've always thought that the skills challenge was the most boring challenge ever. It also didn't help that Robert Covington was a participant. He's not the first player that comes into my mind when I think about skill because he's just a 3-and-D player. He's a good defender and a spot-up 3-point shooter. He was eliminated in the first round as expected. Not much to say about the skills challenge. I just wish they'd work on the challenge to make it more entertaining. But congrats to Sabonis for winning. Alright, next is the 3-point shooting competition. My first problem is with the participants. I like that Steph was in there and maybe Mike Conley, but that's it. When it comes to everyone else, I don't see them as actual 3-point shooters. I see them as scorers. Guys that are good at shooting threes, but there's players in the league that are better at shooting threes than them. The biggest outcasts were Jaylen Brown and Donovan Mitchell. They never stood a chance. Also, just a small personal gripe, but let's talk about Curry. He had a good first round, but the second round wasn't good for his standards, but he ended up winning. Everyone likes to make excuses for Curry's shortcomings, like his performance this year, and everyone wants to overhype his accomplishments. I just don't like that all folks will remember is that Steph won. Not they had a bad shooting performance and almost lost to Mike Conley at something that he was supposed to be the greatest of all time at. But I say that the 3-point competition was probably the best part of the night. Anyways, next we're going to talk about easily the most controversial part of the night, the dunk contest. First off, let's address the fact that they got Anthony Simons, Cassius Stanley, and Obi Toppin for the dunk contest. They couldn't get any star players, so I already knew that this was going to be a wash. Second, this didn't feel like a dunk contest because of the fans. They let 2,000 or so people into State Farm Arena just to hear crickets whenever someone dunked. The crowd was so unenthusiastic with their cheering when they were supposed to be hyped. It's an all-star game, and it's a privilege to even be there considering the world that we're living in right now. But that kind of goes back to the participants. There was barely anything to get hyped for. I'm just going to say this right now. I thought that Cassius Stanley's first dunk was the best dunk of the night. My problem is that it probably didn't get the recognition that it deserved because, guess what? Anthony Simons is a small guy, and no matter what type of dunk it is, it's always more impressive when a smaller guy dunks. This also goes into the final round. It took Obi Toppin an extra try, but he cleared 2 guys. That was a very impressive dunk, but most importantly, he had a plan and he succeeded in that plan. When Simons did his final dunk, he tried to kiss the rim, but he couldn't. But guess why Anthony Simons won? It was because of the idea, not because he actually did it. I just look at that dunk attempt as a fail because he had a plan, but he failed in that plan. But the judges fawned over him because he's what, 6'4"? Anyways, just an unenjoyable dunk competition. Finally, we have the All-Star game, which I have mixed feelings on. First off, Team LeBron was stacked, and with Durant being out, we kind of knew that this was going to be a cakewalk. Second, I like seeing LeBron play, but it was obvious that he didn't want to be there. They kind of planned this All-Star game impromptu. The All-Star game put a bunch of people at risk, and this was really supposed to be LeBron's downtime. He's 36 years old. He only got a 71-day offseason, and he had to carry a larger load for the past few weeks because AD was out, so he deserved some rest. Anyways, the All-Star game is what you'd expect. The first 2 quarters was just everyone hot dogging, trying to get some highlights. In the third quarter, everyone kind of tightened up because it was getting closer to winning time. In the fourth quarter, let's just be honest, it was a cakewalk. I remember last year, it was a slugfest. Everyone engaged on defense. They even took some charges here and there. The final score was also very close, and it was just a memorable game, or at least a memorable quarter. This year, Team LeBron was just so much better than Team Durant, and they annihilated them in the fourth quarter. Congrats to Giannis for winning the MVP, but I didn't enjoy the game. But anyways, that's what I thought about All-Star Day. You're supposed to be thankful that you got something rather than nothing. But it probably would have been better if they just didn't have it at all. But alright, that's going to be the vid. My name's Sensation and we're out of here. Peace.
Some way,